Hi, I am Zega. Today I'll share the second part of Beast Tamer. In the previous story, when Rain is about to take adventures with his two companions, the team that kicked him out shows up, which is led by Arios. Seeing Rain's two powerful companions, Arios is shocked, thinking that Rain is the slave of the two girls. But soon the whole team is surprised to hear that Rain is the master of Kanade and Tanya. After that, Arios thinks of his reason for coming to Rain. His team was in great trouble exploring the forest. They always lost in this enchanted forest. In order to explore the forest for longer, Arios proposes that Rain rejoin them to help control the animals to explore the forest and carry supplies, only to be decisively rejected by Rain. To convince him, the party reveals a huge secret that a treasure called the Shield of Truth, which is essential to fight against the Demon King, is hidden deep in the forest. If the Demon King can't be defeated, the monster army will invade the human world. After hesitating for a long time, Rain finally agrees to join Arios' party for the sake of innocent humans. Instead of thanking Rain, the party blames him for wasting their time, which angers Tanya and Kanade. They propose that the team apologize for driving Rain away earlier, and Tanya asks the whole party to kneel. The party members are not powerful, but they have high self-esteem. Arios angrily orders Rain to watch out for his two pets. He then states that Tanya and Kanade are playthings to sleep with Rain, only to be punched away by Rain. Rain warns Arios that he will teach whoever dares to insult Kanade and Tanya a hard lesson with his fist. Hearing this, Arios and his teammates decide to duel with them. In this duel, Tanya is against the magician and priest of the party while Rain is against Arios. And Kanade's opponent is the warrior Agath. Kanade suppresses Agath with her fast and powerful attacks, even not giving him a chance to fight back. Feeling humiliated, Agath counterattacks while Kanade temporarily stops attacking, but Kanade casually blocks it. To win this battle, Agath decides to use all his strength. However, Kanade reveals that she used only 20% of her strength just now, which makes Agath panicked. Losing all his confidence, Agath is kicked by Kanade and falls into a coma. Meanwhile, Tanya blocks Mina's and Lian's attacks by just snapping her fingers. Unwillingly, Mina and Lian keep launching more attacks, but Tanya just stands still and defuses all of their attacks by just snapping her fingers, even draining their magic. When Tanya is about to cast the highest level of magic, dark clouds block the sky. Immediately after that, the dazzling lights pierce through the clouds, and countless magic arrays appear in the sky, which makes the proud girls Mina and Lian so scared. They quickly beg for mercy and apologize to Tanya, so she stops casting the spell at the last moment. Meanwhile, before the duel, Arios still takes Rain as a weak tamer, but soon he pays for it. Now Rain has received the additional skills of the cat tribe, so his attributes are not inferior to that of the hero Arios. After training so hard, Rain has become powerful, plus he is more attentive than Arios, so he is destined to win. Rain is aware of how Arios uses his sword since he has always paid attention to the fighting habits of his companions. Arios is unwilling to lose like that, so he decides to attack Rain by magic. However, Arios' high-level magic is offset by Rain's low-level magic. It's because Tanya helped him gain additional magical attributes. Just as Arios is about to attack again, he finds himself unable to move. It turns out that Rain has controlled a nearby bee carrying a paralyzing toxin to attack Arios during the fight. At this moment, worrying that he will be beaten up by Rain, Arios tries hard to beg for mercy. That brings a perfect end along with victory to Rain and his two friends in this duel. After that, Rain accepts the request of the hero Arios and is about to get the Shield of Truth for fighting against the Demon King in the forest. Before that, Rain and his two companions start to talk about their plans to explore the forest. The cautious tamer Rain asks the two partners to be on guard while he transfers his soul to a bird as before, finding a way forward through the high-altitude vision. During Rain's absence, Tanya and Kanade vigilantly guard their master's body. After a while, Rain finished the wayfinding with the nearby birds, and starts to lead the way. Soon, Rain discovers that something is wrong. They are still lost now even after he has confirmed the route with the birds before. After Tanya detects mana fluctuations in the forest with magic, they finally find the problem. A large tree has been cast illusionary magic, surrounded by vision-affecting magic, and their eyes are affected so that they keep getting lost. There is also an expansive magical field on the tree. Tanya tells them that the easiest way to remove the magic is to destroy the tree. Just as Kanade is about to break the tree with a punch, they suddenly hear a sound coming from inside the tree. a fairy girl, Sora, appears. 200 years ago, the fairies had a conflict with humans who destroyed the forest, and finally hid in a remote place to live in seclusion. Since the fairies hold a strong hatred for humans for hundreds of years, Sora does not listen to any of Rain's explanation and is ready to attack him. Frightened away, Rain and his comrades have to discuss a way to move on. The fairy is so hostile to humans that Tanya believes they can't solve it in a peaceful way. And the best way is to make Kanade break the tree while Sora is distracted. But the kind boy Rain still decides to have a clear conversation with Sora. When they intend to negotiate with Sora, she still tries to attack them, but Rain isn't afraid of her and just asks Sora not to attack his comrades. Later, Sora starts to attack him, but the kind fairy avoids all of Rain's vital parts, only grazing his face. When she is about to attack again, Tanya and Kanade block in front of Rain. They each state what they know about Rain, trying to prove Rain is a good guy and that they have no intention of harming the fairies. It is Sora's first time encountering the cat and the dragon speaking for a human, and even protecting him with their bodies. After hesitating for a while, Sora finally decides to listen to Rain's intentions. Under Rain's explanation, Sora finally realizes their purpose of entering the forest, which is to take the Shield of Truth against the Demon King. She reveals that the Shield of Truth has always been kept by the fairies, and then gives it to Rain. Noticing that Sora seems to be angry and hateful when she mentions the demon, he gently asks Sora what troubles she has after completing the task. She reveals that one day when she went out to run errands with her twin sister Luna, they met the monster Shadow Knight. To protect Sora, Luna was caught by the monster. Rain wipes the tears from Sora's face and promises to get Luna out. Later, he takes Kanade and Tanya to the stronghold of the Shadow Knight. Rain attacks the Shadow Knight with fireballs first, only causing no harm to it because it is immune to magic. And then Kanade starts to attack under the cover of Rain. She soon puts it at a disadvantage with the innate strength of the cat race. Deducing from Kanade's gaze that they come to save Luna, the Shadow Knight gets furious and decides to kill Luna. At the critical moment, Tanya blocks the blow with her dragon wings, and Luna is finally saved. Now, Rain and Kanade can put aside all their concerns to fight the Shadow Knight. They then attack it together. But unexpectedly, the Shadow Knight's defense and attack stats are very high, so Rain controls the bees to interfere with the Shadow Knight's vision. And then he uses power-boosting magic on Kanade. After gaining strong power, Kanade makes a hole on the abdomen of the Shadow Knight with a powerful punch. And then countless red cracks appear on Shadow Knight's body, turning it into dust. Just then, Luna wakes up. Rain quickly sends her back to the depths of the forest. When they are talking, Rain discovers that the twins have completely different personalities. Sora is steady while Luna likes to make jokes, and she soon becomes familiar with Rain. Then the fairy sisters reveal since the fairies were unwilling to save Luna, they become disappointed at them, but they don't know where else they can go. Hearing this, Kanade proposes to let the twins join their team. The twins soon agree, but when Rain is about to sign a contract with them, he realizes there are different ways to sign contracts with different races. And he has never done that with a fairy. Kanade and Tanya think Rain is an excellent tamer and he can definitely find a way to sign a contract with fairies, which gives Rain confidence. Soon he starts the ritual. Without any accident, Rain manages to sign the contract with the two fairies in one go. The task is successfully completed. Rain hands over the Shield of Truth to the hero Arios and takes the pre-agreed task reward. As Rain is about to leave, Agath stops him, though Arios disagrees. Agath insists on inviting Rain back to the team, while Mina and Lin reluctantly say they are willing to compromise and accept Rain. Their attitude annoys Rain. In the end, Rain declines Agath's invitation. Others of the team are just upset with Rain, but Arios wants to kill him, because he can't accept that he was defeated by the tamer he once despised the most. However, Rain still doesn't know that he has been targeted by Arios and they sit in the shadow of a tree to keep cool. During the chat, they surprisingly discover that the biggest difference between the hero and ordinary people is that the hero can become stronger infinitely without a limit. They gradually feel that Rain is very similar to the hero, who signed contracts with 4 creatures from the strongest races, and broke through the limits of strength again and again far beyond ordinary humans. Kanade follows suit, believing that as long as Rain signs contracts with more strongest creatures, he will definitely be able to fight the Demon King's army head-on. Rain's comrades all think Arios can't take the responsibility of dealing with the Demon King, which makes Rain waver. He decides to think about the feasibility of dealing with the Demon King himself. Later, they arrive at the best weapons shop in town. And the owner is a dwarf named Gantz. When Rain is choosing the weapons, Rain finds that the weapons here are good-looking but not very practical. And then he asks Gantz for the reason. Hearing this, Gantz laughs, saying that these weapons are all casually made while the hidden weapons are the real works that can satisfy Gantz. People now only want to pay for the most expensive weapons without thinking of the fit between the weapon and the user. And they often throw away old weapons in pursuit of new weapons that appeal to them more. Gantz can't tolerate others despising the elaborate weapons. So he displays ordinary weapons to test guests. And his good weapons are only for knowledgeable adventurers like Rain. Gantz treasures the special fate between them, deciding to make a weapon suitable for Rain. However, there are not enough materials to forge weapons. It turns out there is no mithril ore out of a sudden in the mithril mine that has been passed down for generations in the Gantz family. Rain suspects that someone is stealing mithril ore for his own weapons and to help Gantz. Rain takes on the task of investigating the mithril mine. After that, they go to report it in the guild, and then set off for the mithril mine. On the way, they come across a lake, and the girls decide to play in the water and have a rest. As the girls are taking a bath in the lake, Kanade is attacked from behind, leading Rain over with her scream. But it turns out that she was just bitten by a fish. After that, they embark on their adventure again, only to find two thieves stealing the mithril in the mine. Tanya and Kanade easily defeat them. Just then, Rain notices the birds in the sky become very abnormal after they show up. So he asks them to be careful. He suspects that they are discovered by the tamer who controls the birds. That brings the end of the second part. Rain's experience reminds me of my past. Like Rain, I was belittled by my peers. And I even believed what they said. Later, when I start to watch anime and try to make recaps, I gain some fans. It makes me believe that I am not as bad as they thought. So, follow your own course. And let people talk. Finally, I really appreciate all the fans always supporting me. I believe I can make this channel better in the future. Bye.